No, it isn't a spare room, it's my bedroom. And no, it's not a wardrobe, it's my closet.
We interrupt this normal Urbex introduction as this will be a special Jeep off-roading series.
Yeah, so day 2 was certainly our most ambitious day of the trip. Optimistically over-ambitious as it turned out. Potts Mountain Jeep Trail in the morning, Bearwallow Off-Road Park in the evening, and then drive all the way to Knoxville, hopefully in time to get some sleep. All in all, it was about 450 miles this day. Going from north to south, you start off pretty much right away with a steep rocky downgrade and cross this cute little creek. You know it's going to be a good trail. As you can see, we left early, about 5:20 in the morning, and then didn't pull into our final destination until around 10:15. Oh, and by the way, as you can see and hear, you will pick up more pinstripes on this trail as well. This was a day whose meals consisted mostly of trail mix, and rest breaks were on the trail.
Definitely a serious trail.
Yes, a serious trail indeed.
Wow.
So here we are, on Potts Mountain Jeep Trail. Anyone that's ever done this kind of videoing knows how disappointing it is that you just don't get the full effect of what's really there in your video.
You get through that? I think so.
You had better have good articulation on this trail. If you can disconnect your sway bar or have curry and a rock like I do, that's the name of the game. Otherwise, you will be on two wheels a lot, or worse, flop it. The U.S. Forestry Service describes Potts Mountain as follows. It offers a challenging four-wheel drive experience with steep, rutted, and rocky conditions along a narrow road. This trail is not recommended for standard 4x4 vehicles and requires high clearance suspension and all-terrain tires. Winching capabilities are recommended. Drivers must be able to traverse large, jagged rocks on steep slopes. If you want an even more challenging adventure, black arrows mark the more challenging obstacle routes. Well, that turned out to be a fair assessment of the trail. If you look at all trails, it says, explore this 14.8 mile point-to-point trail near Paint Bank, Virginia. Generally considered a moderate, challenging route. Wait, what? Yeah, scratch that. Remember, this is all trail, so it could be a hiker describing this. Certainly wasn't a horseback rider, because, yeah. Anyway.
I'm not sure how you get over that.
Yeah, All Trails also says it's great for birding and off-road driving. There's two you don't normally hear go hand in hand. They say it's unlikely you'll encounter many other people while exploring. Well, that's true too. I mean, we saw no one. The trail is open year-round and is beautiful to visit anytime. And that part's true also. It certainly was a scenic and unique and beautiful trail. Look, I never suggest you go wheeling by yourself. But if it wasn't that, it wasn't at all in this case. And I almost went solely by myself as my brother wasn't able to come until the last minute. If you're going to do this and you don't have somebody else with you, you better have a winch. Did I use a winch? Oh yes, twice.
Uh-oh.
When you reach this scenic knob, know that you're about halfway through the trail, so you're not out of the woods yet. Sorry, bad dad joke. But do take the time to check out the views from the top of the world.
Holy cow, is that? Go to the left? I don't know. Holy cow.
This is the section you see on other YouTube videos, where serious rigs fat-footed up, others winching, and many turn around, and where the trail ended for us. We could have winched it, but we didn't know what was in store for us afterward. Sadly, we figured it out later that we would have been fine, but not knowing that, knowing the amount of ground we needed to cover this day, and the fact that my compressor hose had blown and we needed to find a gas station to air up, we just retreated back. It is about 2/3 of the way if you're going south. Since the trip was more about enjoying the journey than making time, we intentionally chose the off-the-beaten-path routes. This one carved through the mountain, and others, steep, windy, narrow roads through mining towns. There were many unforeseen adventures between the planned adventures. Finally, we reached the Badge of Honor trail for the day. Yes, Bearwallow's Hatfield and McCoy trails require dot-rated helmets for everyone in any vehicle. My brother borrowed one, and I bought a used one. You will see that some evidence of coal mining still exists in the park. I've never been to or even heard of another park that required helmets for folks beyond quads, side-by-sides, bikes, the things you would expect. And after coming off Potts Mountain, Bearwallow was a little disappointing, a little easy, kind of boring, frankly. To be fair, we didn't have time to explore the entire park, but we did see one trail on the way out that looked kind of fun, but it was already dusk, and in the woods the trail was dark. But hey, I got my badge. Yep, even got a phone call from work while I was here. On call 24/7, 365. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. So I fibbed earlier, and had forgotten that we had stopped at this cute little coffee shop for coffee and sandwiches. Tried to look it up recently, and it's no longer in business. Turns out, the owner may have been involved in some nefarious business. Disgusting and sad, as it was one of their more famous tourist stops. Thank you for joining us on day 2 of our trip. Up next, famous Windrock Park.